Hello everyone, it is Beetlejuice here, or Sam. Happy October everybody, or Halloween if you're watching this on Halloween. Today I got a new, different type of video from my channel, and it is the Creature of the Night tag, but I decided to put a spin on it and make it into the horror movie tag instead of books. So I'll put the link to the original creator down below for the book version, but I'm putting a spin on it and making it more for movies because I'm mostly a horror movie nut. So yeah, so let's get started. So the first one is Vampire. So the film I decided to pick for Vampire is The Lost Boys, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is about Sam and his older brother Michael are average everyday teens, but after they moved with their mother to peaceful Santa Carla, California, things mysteriously begin to change. Michael is not himself later, and his mom's not gonna like what he's turning into. Ooh. This movie is hilarious, has awesome 80s music. It is scary. It's also sexy at times, so it's perfect. It's one of my favorites. The next category is Werewolf. So for Werewolf, I decided to pick Ginger Snaps, which is another one of my all-time favorites, but it's very underrated. Not a lot of people know about this one at all. So let's read the back on this one. "15-year-old Bridget Fitzgerald and her nearly 16-year-old sister Ginger are both best friends and outcasts, obsessed with dying and bound by a childhood pact to stay together forever. They loathe their mind-numbing extinct in the suburbs of Bailey Downs. One night, two girls are heading through the woods when Ginger is savagely attacked by a wild creature. Ginger's horrible wounds mysteriously heal over it, but something's not quite right about her. Ginger is irritability and in denial, but to Bridget, it is obvious that a terrifying force has taken a hold of her sister. She's convinced that this inevitable, unstable craving her sister is experienced can only mean one thing. Ginger is become something unspeakably evil and monstrous. So it's a different take on werewolves. It is very cool. It has some humor, really good werewolf transformation scenes, a lot of gore, really good beginning. It is really great. The next category is zombies. And the one I picked for this one is Return of the Living Dead. Yes, the spoof version of it, because this is basically what zombies really look like now on the map. So, and it is so funny. So let's read the back of this one. "Just when you thought it was safe to go back to the cemetery, those brain-eating zombies are back and hungry for more tasty mortals. A fiendish mix of outrageous humor and heart-stopping terror, Return of the Living Dead is a veritable smorgasbord of fun-filled, skin-crawling jokes, eye-popping visuals, and relentless surprise." So basically, it's exciting. On the first day of the job at an army supply store, poor Freddy unwillingly releases nerve gas from a secret U.S. military canister, unleashing that unbelievable terror. The gas reanimates corpses who arise from the graves with a ravenous hunger for human brains. And luckily for those carnivorous cadavers, there's a group of partying teens nearby, just waiting to be eaten. Honestly, this movie is like, how to design the zombies in this movie is spectacular, and it is funny, scary, it's really good. And there's like 2 other sequels after this, so I would recommend it. And the next category is Ghost. Obviously, I picked Beetlejuice because I gotta be the ghost with the most beads. So let's read the back of this one, which I'm dressed as today. It's him in the regular suit cover on this one, but his striped suit's on the inside. So yeah, there I am. Okay, let's read the back now. What's a yippee ghost couple do when their quaint New England home is overrun by trendy New Yorkers? Hire a freelance bioexorcist to spook the intruders, of course, as yeah, basically the rest of it basically says all the actors' names and stuff on the back, though. So basically, bioexorcist, okay, get on to the point. Yeah, that's basically the description because the rest of it talks about the actors and I don't want to spoil too much of it. So basically they hired Mr. Beetlejuice over here to get rid of the humans. And craziness ensues, and it's one of the best ghost movies out there, I honestly think. And it's hilarious, creepy, and spooky. So I would highly recommend this. The next category is Witch, Warlock, Spellcaster. For this, I decided to choose The Craft because I have a feeling everyone's going to choose Hocus Pocus this year due to the new sequel. Wasn't a bad movie. I like the first one more, but it's just their own. The Craft. That's the one I picked out. So let's read the back of this. Sarah has always been different. So as a newcomer at St. Benedict's Academy, she immediately falls in with the high school outsiders. But these girls won't settle for being in a group of a powerless misfit. They have discovered the craft and they're going to use it. So basically they become witches. It's really crazy. My favorite is Nancy. She is crazy. But it's an awesome movie. It's like coming of age, a lot of creepiness. Really spooky. Really good. Next category is Fae Fairy. For this one, I didn't really choose like a horror movie. I choose more of a dark fantasy, but it's pretty dark where it could be considered scary for like certain viewers, so I decided to choose Labyrinth. What a beautiful cover. This is kind of spooky. It's good for the October season, I would say. So let's read the back. Ugh. Hair in the mouth. Ugh. Okay. A 16-year-old is given 13 hours to solve a dangerous and wonderful labyrinth and rescue her baby brother. When she wished him to be taken away, is granted by the Goblin King. So basically, the Goblin King's like kind of a fae like character, so decided to pick him as it. There is also other like fae goblin like characters in this movie, so yes, it's very fantastical fantasy, but very dark too. So, but not like dark like Game of Thrones or The Witcher. It's not that extreme. So it's a really good movie. It's one of my favorites of all time. Really good, and it's also singing here from David Bowie. So yes. So the next category is demons. So for this one, I decided to choose The Evil Dead by Sam Raimi, the original. One of my favorites. So let's read the back of this one. Okay, basically says it's finally on Blu-ray. So I just had to tell you what it is. I know what it's about. Okay, it's about this guy named Ash Williams, I think. Yeah. If I'm not right, I'm going to put the right name right here. And his friends go to a little trip together to a cabin in the woods, and they end up finding this book called the Necronomicon, and they read it out loud. And all of these dead-eyed demons come out of the book and start possessing each one of them, so they get possessed by demons, and it is really terrifying, really gory, and kind of comical. But the second one's more comical. Evil Dead 2 definitely are the top two here, and Army of Darkness. I would recommend the whole series. Really good. If you're ready for a body horror craziness, here you go. Really good movie. The next category is Angels. I decided to choose Constantine for this, even though it deals with more like demon hunting, but there's one angel in this movie that is evil. They made it where angels are not always like good, so yeah. Okay, let's read the back of this one because it actually has the proper description. Some of these don't, so I had to like remember what they are. Okay. As a demon hunter, John Constantine fights a new underworld foe in his eye-opening supernatural thriller based on the characters of DC's comic/Vertigo's Hellblazer graphic novel set in the city of angels. The spirit world bounds have broken and hell is breaking loose. Armed with a shotgun and assisted with a intrepid cop, his spiritual warrior gone, apocalyptic war. Be glad he's on your side. And it deals with demons, angels, gods, and all that spooky stuff. So I think it's a perfect fit for this. It really is. And Keanu Reeves is the main character, so. Okay, next category is Alien. And I decided to go with a more underrated approach with this one instead of like Alien or The Thing or Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's a cult classic too, but I decided to go with The Faculty, which is one of my favorites. It's really creepy. So let's read it back at this one. Okay. When some very creepy things start happening around school, the kids at Harrington High make a chilling discovery confirms their worst suspicions. Their teachers are really from another planet. As mind-controlling parasites rapidly begin spreading from the faculty to the student bodies, it's immediately up to a few who are left, an unlikely collection of loners, leaders, nerds, and jocks to save the world from alien domination. It is really cool. It's like a school theme horror. It is really creepy, has some really, really scary moments, and the alien reveal is just crazy. So I highly recommend it. It's really good. And last but not least, category number 10 is Superpowered Human. For this, I originally was going to go with Firestarter, but I decided to go with something more different. Decided to go with The Crow. Because I really love this movie. It is really good. So this one is about The Crow is a tale of a young musician, Eric Darvin, who, along with his fiancée, is murdered on the eve of their Halloween wedding. Exactly 1 year after their deaths, Eric is risen from the grave by a mysterious crow to seek out his killers and force them to answer for their crimes. So it's basically a vigilante story, but how he comes back from the dead, he's not like zombified or anything. He looks pretty human, so that's why I picked him. But he also does this really cool face paint. And he kind of gets superpowers afterwards, like when he gets shot, his his wounds automatically heal until it starts getting closer to the time that he's got to go back in the grave. So it's a really good movie. Really sad what actually happened behind the scenes though, but it's a really awesome movie to watch. I would recommend it for sure. So that is my tag. I would like to tag anybody out there who wants to do the horror movie or spooky movie edition of this tag, and I'll credit the original creator down below, or link her video out there for you guys to check it out, because there is also a book version of it. So yeah, so these are my kind of like recommendations for this Halloween or October. So that's pretty much it for my video. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also at the end of the screen here will be my other spooky related videos and my YouTube channel somewhere around here. And I hope all you have a spooktacular October, and I will see you guys soon in the afterlife. Bye.